back. I'm still on the water fast, y'all. I'm still on the water fast. Day 3. It is day 3. Do I look like I've been drinking water for 3 days? Probably. I have not had any food to eat in 3 days. I'm gonna let some more people tune in so I can tell you my experience thus far. This is probably the best water fast I've had in a long time. Water fasting is no joke. It is no joke. Hello. Day 3 on water. Day 3. That's right. Very good spiritual growth. And that's one of the main reasons that I'm doing it. Because when I went to this conference, I had a palm reading and a pendulum reading from this brother Ja. And he was telling me that I'm at a very close level to get to where I need to get to grow spiritually. But he told me that I need to cleanse. Oh, the weight loss. I took notes too. All right, so I don't know if my scale was broken on the first day, but my scale told me I was 150 pounds on Monday. Today I'm 141 pounds. Yeah, I'm 141 pounds today. So I don't know if the first scale was right, because to drop 9 pounds in 3 days sounds a little crazy. Yeah, so 3 days on the water fast. Day 1, no problem. Knock that out all day. Because I do 24-hour water fast all the time. But 3-day I did a week before. A week wasn't too terrible once I got past day 3. But yesterday, I couldn't even go live. I was dying yesterday. Day 2 was crazy. Again, for anyone that's just tuning in, I'm down 9 pounds in 3 days on the water fast. But I'm an easy loser, if you know what I mean. Some people lose weight easily, some people gain weight easily. So I'm down 9 pounds. Day 2 was crazy. Yesterday, okay, so day 1, I had 3 bowel movements because my body still doesn't know that I'm fasting. So day 1, 3 bowel movements. Day 2, no bowel movements, which is completely normal because now your body isn't really sure what you're doing, so it's going to hold on to all of the reserves. So day 2, I had no bowel movements, a lot of urinating, but then I vomited twice yesterday. That vomit, I was vomiting up bile. It was like clearish, yellowish, so I vomited it twice yesterday. But I kept on going because that's pretty normal too, to vomit up bile, because bile is a digestive fluid that's secreted from your liver and it's held in your gallbladder. So your body is still producing all these digestive fluids, whether you need them or not. So obviously my body was producing a lot of bile and my body felt that I didn't need it. So I had to throw it up. It was disgusting. So I threw up twice yesterday and I threw up once this morning. But what's cool is I had like some weird growths in my upper thigh. Those are practically gone from since I did the fast. I always note the things that I see on my body physically that's a little weird. So I had 3 growths, just like little bumps. But they're not supposed to be there. They were on my inner upper thigh. So I believe anything in that area usually means there's some reproductive issues that might be going on that I don't know about. Because I don't go to the gynecologist every year. I do every other year because I don't want them scraping up my cervix all the time. It's just not healthy. So the 3 growths that were on my thigh are gone. I had a growth, like a little bump on my lower back. That's pretty much gone. It was pretty big too. I was trying to pop it. I couldn't pop it. But that's pretty good too. Now, if you had your gallbladder removed, that's fine. It's just that your liver is going to have to do a lot more work. So you want to make sure that you're not the type of person that's going to drink a lot and eat a lot of fatty foods, eat a lot of fried foods, eat a lot of meat, because now you don't have the support of your gallbladder to help break down the fat. So even if you had your gallbladder removed, it's all right. Your liver just has to work harder, which means you got to eat smarter. So yesterday, vomited bile 2 times, lost 9 pounds, a lot of different weird stuff that was popping up on my body prior to the fast. Those things are either gone or shrinking. Hi, Sean. My nails are even a little harder because I remember when I told you guys on Monday, I was saying that my gut needs to be healed because I'm not absorbing nutrients properly. And I could always tell from my nails. My nails will break very easily. So, sea moss during a water fast. I'm going to break my fast probably tomorrow, and I'm going to incorporate juices and sea moss. But to be a true water fast, you can't have anything but water. But if you do a fast that has water and sea moss, that's still good too. But a true water fast is only water. So my nails feel a little bit stronger. And even something on my teeth. So I believe the electric toothbrush has something to do with it. But the bottom of my teeth on this side was starting to erode right at the gum. That I always pay attention to. And when that happens, I stop using my electric toothbrush and I'll use the manual one because it brushes my teeth too hard. And then that's another reason why I knew I wasn't absorbing nutrients, because it's going to start pulling from the teeth. That eroded area is almost filled back in from doing the 3-day water fast. I looked this morning and I seen that the little hole is gone. So I'm like, okay, which means my blood is doing a little bit better, because your blood actually alkalizes during this process. I said, oh, nah, I can't be losing teeth right now. This is crazy. Like, literally a little hole will develop in here. Because the last time I had it, I went to the dentist and he filled some crap in it. But that's the fake fix. So this time I didn't want to do that. I was like, all right, I am going to just do this water fast, let my blood cleanse, heal my intestines. I might go another day, because to truly heal your intestines, like if you have issues absorbing food, if you have issues gaining weight, if you have leaky gut and you know you have leaky gut, a 1-week fast is really going to heal your gut. But it's hard. It's difficult. Because yesterday, if I would have went live, y'all probably would have called the ambulance. I was dying. But today, my energy is up. My energy is up, and it's good. Yeah, you could do the sea moss gel, but like I said, it's not a true water fast if you're adding other things to it. A water fast is straight up water. But it's still good to do. There's a lot of people that... I had a girl that I know that cured herself from HPV by doing 30 days of water and sea moss. She got rid of her HPV completely from water and sea moss. Oh, my teeth is growing back, y'all. My teeth, the little bumps I had around my body is growing back. Mishap with your order. If you had an issue with your order, DM my high frequency page. This page has way too much DMs and I can't keep up with it. So let me put the name of my website on here for anybody that is interested in products. Frequency. So obviously I do my own detox too, but sometimes I like to just not do any products at all and I do water. But tomorrow, if I feel like it, I'll break it with teas and sea moss. That's what we gonna do. Remember, highfrequency.com. That's where you can get a lot of herbal products. I made a big fresh batch of pure blood. So I'm going to start drinking this tomorrow. Oh, fibroids. Yeah, that's another thing. So I read this book. It's like 10 million pages. It's from Herbert Shelton and it's about fasting. Now, this is a man who monitored hundreds of people fasting. you literally just pay to have somebody watch you because of how stressful it could get. But the people that went to him had tumors, whether it was cancerous or non-cancerous. And some women, within a matter of 3 days, their fibroid tumors ate themselves up. And that's one of the reasons why I fast. I was kind of slacking over the last couple months because I usually do 1 24-hour fast a week. But I haven't been doing that the last couple months. But the guy, Herbert Shelton, he has an amazing book. It's real thick. I put a lot of his quotes in my book to save people from reading a book that big. But the water fast that he did on people dissolved cancers, brain tumors, multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's. The woman with the Alzheimer's, she had to fast for 70 days though. But her Alzheimer's was gone. So it's a matter of discipline. 70 days, Alzheimer's gone. Most of the cancers that he watched people dissolved from water fasting, I believe those cancers took anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks to dissolve. Some people had to go a month depending on how long they had the cancer, where it was located, and if it metastasized, which means if it was spread out throughout the body. But they're like people who are suffering from things that are extremely serious. Water fasting is a beast. But if you have a real disease, like something serious like cancer, it's difficult to do by yourself. So you need to have a support system. I don't know if they have facilities. This guy was from like the early 1920s. I don't believe they have facilities anymore that watch people water fast, which would be the prime thing. Like everybody that he had successful water fast. There was someone who died from it, but the one person who died is because he suffocated in his own waste. So that was interesting. So you have to go into it slow. If you are overweight, you want to start off with an 8-hour, increase to 12, increase to 24, because you can really drown in your own toxins. But I have 8 women on a fibroid program right now from the products that I sell. And part of their regimen is going to be water fasting. I would like them to do once a week, but we're going to see. So they have like the fibroid tea number 1, fibroid tea number 2, and there's a number 3. They got to drink this tea. All 3 teas they have to drink once a day, every single day. And the purpose of these teas is to clean out your uterus and break down the fibroids. But with that, I am going to try to get them to agree to water fast once a week, every week. Because the water fast, with no teas, just water. And that's going to help break down the fibroids. It's going to help break down the fibroids. If people is breaking down fibroids on just water and tumors, people, like this book, I gotta find it, but my library is too crazy looking. Prostate cancers, Alzheimer's, things that most people will just get on medication for. Something completely free like water fasting was able to reverse it. But like I said, mentally it is tough. Because while I was throwing up all that bile yesterday, I felt like stopping. But I was like, you know what? You obviously... Because that didn't happen the last time I fasted. But this time, day 3 is better this time than the last time I did a 3-day fast. Day 3, last year when I did it, was terrible. The name of the author is Herbert Shelton. I think it's called Herbert Shelton something fast. The fasting cure? I believe it's the fasting cure. Oh, Flower Child did a whole day. 24 hours. You'll be surprised what 24 hours can do in your for your body. A 24-hour water fast. You don't got to jump to 3 and you don't have to jump to 7. You take it very, very slow. Spring water. Yeah, you have to do spring water. No tap water. If you can't get access to these overpriced waters, because they really are overpriced, then the best option would be distilled or water that went through the reverse osmosis process. Those aren't terrible, but they're not naturally occurring alkaline. They're alkaline because the company forced it to be alkaline. You did 1 day? Yes, miss you and only you. I miss you too. I did alkaline water, but true alkaline water comes from valleys, springs. This one is from Hawaii. Anytime water passes through rocks, it remineralizes itself naturally. If you get distilled water, it needs minerals. So that's why most companies will put a little sea salt in it or calcium chloride in it. They'll put stuff in it to remineralize it. But tap water is a no. The fluoride in there, I already had to grow my teeth back. I don't want no parts of tap water because the fluoride in there is going to demineralize your body. Boiling the water don't really help. That doesn't help. Yes. Yeah, the fasting will help with headaches. But the issue is you're going to get a headache during the fast, and you have to see if you can stand the test of times. Because the person that's doing the 3-day fast with me, they got a headache in the middle of the night last night, and he told me he almost tapped out. He was just about to eat a burger. I said, you better not. So he got a really pounding headache, because what you have to understand is, like for me on the water fast, I didn't have no bowel movement yesterday or today. So what's happening is that all of the waste in your body is shrinking so small to get to the point where it can be passed through your bloodstream. And that is draining. And remember, blood goes all over your body. So if you have headaches, the only way to beat the headaches is to deal with the pain from it. You can't take things that's going to block the signal telling you that you have a headache, because the headache is still there. You just taking Tylenol or one of these garbage pills that's blocking the signal. The one thing you don't want to do is block the signal. You need to know when something is wrong with your body. You have to know that something's wrong with your body so that you can fix it. A lot of people that have headaches, most of the times it's just dehydration. You just got to drink more water. Kangen water, yeah, it's the same thing. You using a process in order to cleanse the water. Anything but tap water. I'm not gonna push these. Like I said, this water is amazing. This one, Icelandic, Eternal, they're really good waters because they're alkalized at the source. But it is what it is. Brita filter, I have one of those too. I have a filter on my sink to wash the dishes with. It's not too bad. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, Aquafina is doo-doo. You are absolutely right. But for polycystic ovarian syndrome, you have to come off of the meat, even if it's just temporarily. Most of those issues is lack of vitamin D, too much processed foods, especially dairy or meat or tap water. Because like I told y'all Monday, heavy metals, especially aluminum. So if you have aluminum pots, you want to no, those non-stick pans. The non-stick pans, terrible. You need to get cast iron pans or stainless steel, because with the non-stick pans, they have these materials, these heavy metals in there that can mimic hormones in the body. So most women that are suffering from polycystic ovarian syndrome either produce too much testosterone, not enough estrogen, and the reason is because your hormones are not balanced. You need to, right now I have, there's a whole bunch in the back of me, I have Jamaican dog blood on sale on my website, Jamaican dog blood, highfrequency.com. The page is under my, you'll find the page if you go to my profile. But Jamaican dog blood is an amazing herb to cleanse the uterus. So whether you have BV, yeast problems, unbalanced hormones, fertility issues, Jamaican dog blood is the truth. Himalayan sea salt is lovely. The pink Himalayan sea salt, I love it. I don't know, what is Ice Mountain? I know about Spring Mountain Valley. That water is good. The fibroid program is on highfrequency.com. I'm going to type it in again. So I made a WhatsApp group with the girls so that they can all work together and share experiences. Because when I was getting rid of my fibroids, I had to take the herbs, I had to fast, and I had to heavily meditate, because a lot of women's fibroids is not only due to environmental and dietary factors, it's due to mental factors. Now, when women order the full fibroid package, not the mini one, I send them a PDF about my fibroid story, because the time when I did get fibroids, I was under a lot of stress. I was in a relationship that was not serving me. I wanted to kill that man, but I had a baby with him, so now I'm stuck. But he's good now. We get along now. We're good friends. But Jano said if him did push me, me'd I murder him, hide the body, get rid of him, and nobody would ever be able to find him. But I just delved deeper into my spirituality, and now he's alive and he's safe. But I got fibroids when I got pregnant. And it wasn't the pregnancy, it was the man and the stress. And I can't blame him, because we see signs from people from day one that they're not right for you. From day one, you know they're not right for you. But you're like, oh my God, he's so cute. He bought me flowers today. My pregnancy was a complete nightmare. It was a nightmare. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. So I described in my fibroid package that my fibroids grew for emotional reasons. And there's some women who have fibroids from emotional reasons too. And some of them is for shit that ain't never happened to them. It's like we have to really start being logical, ladies. We have to be logical, and we have to understand our bodies and understand that our mental has a huge part in our physical. Because you could take all the drugs you want. If you don't get your mind right, you're not getting rid of the fibroids. Your mind has to be right. So the mind part was the main part of my fibroid journey, because I had a lot of anger in me. And with women, we hold a lot of our anger in our uterus. We hold a lot of anger in our uterus. That the fire that was in there. I had 3 fibroids. They weren't big though, so it didn't take too much time to get rid of. It took like 6 months. And I think I had a cyst too. Yeah, it was about 6 months, but it wasn't big. And there was something else that this crazy gynecologist wanted to cut out of me. I was like, are you on drugs? No, you're not cutting me open. But the man, we weren't compatible for each other. He's a great person, but he's not for me. And I got pregnant, had the worst 9 months of my life. Aside from having no support from the man, I had this condition where I vomited every single day for the entire 9 months. 9 months straight, I vomited every day. So picture having a worthless baby father, and you can't eat. The one time when you're supposed to be able to eat, you can't even eat because you vomit everything. I vomited up water. It's this condition called hyperemesis. Hyperemesis. I had that. Don't know where it came from, but I couldn't eat. He was MIA, so my mom was kind of my baby daddy. And during that process, the fibroids started growing. So after I had my daughter, luckily it didn't mess with her. I got on my grind. Fitness, teas, fasting, and learning to forgive myself, and I forgive him. Because people that would have went through what I went through, they told me they would never speak to him again. That's how bad it was. And I was like, no, he comes over, he works out, we get along fine. I have no problem with him. No longer want to murder him because I'm over it. So until you can forgive certain situations, forgive people, and forgive yourself, you probably will have the disease longer than you want to. Listen, I know there's a lot of women in here that's resonating with this. If you are with somebody that you know they're not right for you, get out of it now. Get out of it now, okay? I love my daughter, but we all have to be real here. If you didn't have to have a baby with the person that you had the baby with, if you knew this was going to happen, you would not have that baby. You would not. Like, yeah, we're so much better apart. But we know from the beginning that we're not supposed to be with somebody. So my diseased uterus was emotional. It was a majority emotional. So I had to do a lot. I even had to go to a meditation center in Park Slope. I don't remember the name of this place, but it's people that guide you through meditation. It's guided meditation. You're sitting down in a dark room on top of a bolster, and there's a woman that's just has like, it's a nice analogy. You're looking at the wall and you picturing that the wall is just a place that's going to absorb all of your emotions, all your feelings, everything. So she had me visualizing, and she makes you start from birth, because there's people that got trauma from birth, and y'all are well over 30 years old and you carrying it into your life now. I'm gonna need y'all to forgive your parents for whatever they did. Yeah, I was 5 years old, 6 years old. It's time to move on. So in the meditation center, they make you start from birth, and you start throwing away stuff. It's a visual thing, and your eye, it's open-eyed meditation. Some of it was closed eyes, but this one, you had your eyes open, and you are staring at this point on the wall, and there's an oven there, and there's like a little tractor, and you're visualizing that experience going down the tractor and burning in the oven. So you have to do that for like weeks until that experience no longer makes you want to cry your eyes out. Because I would talk about my pregnancy and I would just like, yo, bawling my eyes out. So I had to continuously stare at the fire and let that experience go of my pregnancy for weeks. I had to do that for a very long time to let it go. Because when you can't let go of the emotional experience, you're not going to let go of the physical experience. Emotional experience got to be let go, and the physical experience got to let go. If you are an adult and you had issues with your mother or your father, if you turned out well, let them go. My pops, I think at 3 years old, he gave me like a couple $100, and then that was it. Your man was gone. Like, he just came by weekly for our weekly family beatings. After the weekly family beatings, he went about his business, and he was making money. Never gave us a dime. Never gave us a dime. But if I see him now, I don't have a close relationship with him because I just choose not to. I don't let people burn me twice. I forgive you, but you're not going to be around me. So if I see him now, it's all love. Give him a hug, yada, yada, yada. But you're not going to get any of my time because my time is very precious. My time is valuable. But I forgive him. I move on. I don't hate him. If he calls, sometimes I answer. I don't know. Depends on the mood that I'm in. But dude, I'm 37. You left 34 years ago. I really don't need a father figure. I'm okay. I had other males in my life that were amazing. So I'll let it go. I'll let him go. But I never had the real daddy issues. I never held on to it. For some reason, him leaving didn't bother me. Probably because I'm